So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another tier list one because they're interesting to hear people's feedback and to hear how opinions differ from character to character. Now, I was going to do a fear only tier list, but I decided instead to go for now with it's a Walking Dead universe character tier list. So it's characters from all of the shows in the Walking Dead universe. I don't think it's all of the characters, obviously, because you couldn't fit them all in one place. It's going to be a long video, so I'm probably going to cut out certain bits here and there. I'm excited to get roasted in the comments for my choices. So before we get started, as always, I'm just reminding you guys that the link to my Patreon is down below, where I do a whole bunch of reactions. There's 2 uploads a day, ranging from really old shows like The X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, stuff like that, to newer shows. Like I recently just finished Moon Knight. I've started season 1 of Bridgerton. I've also started Gotham, which I know technically isn't an old show, it's not a new show, but to me it is because I haven't seen it before. But yeah, we do other shows like Star Trek, the original series, Riverdale, Jessica Jones, American Horror Story, Teen Wolf, and I've also started the new season of Peaky Blinders, which is it's a trip so far. I think I'm only 3 episodes into that, but whoa. And the extended versions of the reactions that are posted here on YouTube are also posted over there. So the link to that's down below, the link to my Twitter, my Instagram, everywhere else you could find me, wherever you should want to find me. So let's go with the list. We're starting strong. We are starting strong. Nick, darling, baby love of my life, right up to S. Nick is probably my favourite character from Fear, still to this day. I don't know, is it the fact that we were kind of introduced to this show and this world with him? I don't know, is it just that I love season 1 of Fear? I think season 1 of Fear is its strongest season, probably. I adored everything about it and still do to this day. I said it in one of the other character listing videos, that there's just something about the nostalgia about when you got into a show that I love a lot. And I just remember the summer that I got into Fear the Walking Dead. It was just nice, and I love his character. Now, I know that the actor he wanted to depart the show. He was done, so that's why he left, and that's understandable. I still wish that they had done more with his character. He was someone who was just, to me, he was constantly interesting, constantly up to something. His storyline was just fucking nuts. Like, I'm gonna be in a minute because there's a fly in this room, and I'm gonna go crazy. Listen, stop it. Strand, same thing, boom, up there with S. I don't know, is it... Actually, do you know what? While we're here, Alicia, S. I have to say, I'm not so sure about how I feel about this new Strand versus Alicia thing. I wasn't a big fan of her character in the beginning. I never hit that fact, even though I got devoured by her fans. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know, I wasn't gelling with her. But as the show's progressed and as she has grown and progressed and changed, whoa. I like any other character, there's been ups and downs. The whole tree painting thing had me questioning the writers, what the fuck were they doing with her character? But again, she's been there since the very beginning. I love her. I think she's a fantastic character, incredible actress. Same goes for Strand. He's someone, I don't know, I think it's because he's like the chameleon of the show, right? He's someone who he will change and adapt to whatever situation he's in, no matter what happens. It keeps him interesting. Look at him now with his little Peter Pan hat running the tower. It does make me a bit nervous though, because I think that Cullen, since Euphoria and stuff like that, he's really blown up, and now I'm like, I have a bad feeling about his future on Fear, because I don't know, the later season of Fear that we've seen, it just hasn't really been cohesive. The last, as I'm recording this, I think I've seen up to episode 13, I think, of season 7. And I don't know, the last few episodes have just felt weird. They've felt all over the place. They've felt messy. Things aren't really being explained, or they're being half-assed explained, and just, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like the radiation in the later seasons and stuff like that. It's like, we weren't really explained how it worked, or why they don't just fucking leave. You're living in radiation zone. Radioactive city. Just leave. Pack up your bags and fuck off, and yet no one's doing that for some reason. So I feel like the show has gone a bit, we're in one of the lulls. We're definitely in one of the, okay, we need to trudge through this parts of the show. So I don't know, I just feel like Coleman, like I said, he's done Euphoria, he did the remake of Candyman. He's kind of killing it lately, which has me nervous about Strand's future on the show, because he's a character that I really love, and I think he could to me, he's one of the characters that carries the show, and it wouldn't be the same without him. So yeah, those are my opinions on the three of them. Huck, I'm just going to put her in B. She kind of irritated me a little bit, but I think she redeemed herself with the end. Oh, if you don't know, she's from World Beyond. I know not everybody has watched that. Where are the other two? Where's Hope and Iris at? Where the fuck are they? Well, there's... What? Where are they? Did they leave Hope out of the list? Oh my god, I think they did. Awkward. Okay, well, we're just going to put Iris in B as well. I don't know. I think the World Beyond characters, there wasn't many of them that really stood out and were like incredible. You know what I'm saying? But there was a lot of like neutral characters that they were okay, I suppose. Beth, I'm going to put her up in A. Loved her character. Sucks that she had such a short time on the show, but what more could they have done with her character, really? She's in my favourite episode ever. My favourite episode of The Walking Dead is still. Always has been, always will be. I do catch a lot of shit for that, and I get people just informing me that I'm wrong, and my answer to that is just go suck a fuck. So yeah, she's A tier for that. Enid, I'll put in B. Just because like I liked her, but I never really loved her. I never really had any strong feelings about her. I was just blah. Al, I'll put in A. As much as I laugh at Al, like this whole my tapes, that really got on my fucking tits. That got on my nerves fair lively, to the point that I was like, okay, someone needs to stop her. But she was an interesting character. We haven't seen her in a while, have we? Her or her lover. What happened there? I don't remember. Merle, I'll put in, oh god, B again. Didn't love him, didn't hate him, he kind of annoyed me, but much like Huck, his death or departure from the show was what redeemed him in my eyes as a character. Deanna, I'll put in C. I just don't really care. You're going in... Oh, this little fucker, oh, I loved him. You're going up to A. He is probably my favourite character. Elton, he was my favourite character from World Beyond. He's not S tier just because I don't think anybody from World Beyond, in my opinion, is an S tier when you're putting them in the running with like Walking Dead and Fear characters. You know what I'm saying? And they did only get 2 seasons, so I feel like they didn't really get enough time to develop characters and to morph them enough. But yeah, from what we saw, I loved him. Him and his little Velcro suit. Oh, Jenny? Was that her name? Virginia. Like, she was okay. As a villain, was she great? Not really. I'll put her in C. I think she's better in The Boys. The actress to place her is better in The Boys. Luciana, I'll put you in B? Am I B level or am I A level? I don't know. I'll leave her in A for now, and if I need to bop her down, I'll bop her down. John Dory, S tier. Well, S tier so far is all Fear the Walking Dead characters. Dory was my absolute... I think Dory took over from Nick in regards to my favourite character. Loved him, everything about him. Absolute, beautifully written character. Such like a soft and loving badass. Loved him, still not over his departure. Gareth, I mean, I'll put you in C. I don't care for him as a character, but I loved that storyline and that moment in The Walking Dead. I loved that moment in the show. Dakota annoyed my very soul. She's gone into D. I don't care. June goes up to S. The two of them together, John and June, are probably one of my favourite couple in Walking Dead universe history. Loved everything about the two of them. And unless I'm mistaken, did they have the first Walking Dead universe wedding? Because I don't think we've seen anyone get married. We've seen people kind of get engaged or just be like skip straight to, yeah, we're married now. Like Glenn and Maggie. We never actually saw them get married. Or Negan and his new woman apparently are married, but we didn't see any marriage there either. Is that how weddings in the apocalypse work? You just decide to get married and then just one day decide that's it, you're done. Yes, we're married now. I said so. I have spoken. Will I get some like C's out of the way? Some oh lads, this fly. I'll get some C's out of the way. Boom. 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 C's are just level of people who I'm just like, whatever. You don't really annoy me, but I don't really care about you all that much. You know? That's just a whole bunch of characters that could go into C. Holy Christ almighty. Oh, C is going to be my chunkiest level yet. I can just feel it. Oh no, there's your 1. I was looking for her earlier. I'll go back to her in a minute too. Okay, so I got some C's. I'm thinning the herd, so to speak. I'm putting some people into C that I don't really care all that much for. Kelly, I'll put up into B. Laurie, I mean, I kind of told you guys my thoughts on her in my Walking Dead character video. Here, where would she rank? C, maybe? I feel kind of bad putting her in C, because C is quite a fucking weak-ass list at the moment. Lydia goes up to B as well. You know, this is a spicy take. I'm going to put her in B, right? Madison. I feel like her run on the show was good. Her place in the storyline and her arc was good, but it ended. It's been over for seasons. I know people were holding off hope for her to come back like they were with Morales as well in The Walking Dead. With her, I don't really get it. I feel like her story was very clean cut and done. But now they're bringing her back and it's been announced. I have spoken so much about how I feel about announcing things like this. I understand shows want to get traction. They want to get, I don't know what I'm doing today. I keep fixing this top. She's just not sitting right. You want to get traction. You want to get people talking about your show. But giving away every fucking plot point and announcing everything before it happens just isn't the way. It's not the way. How many Mandalorian references can I fit into one video? 2, which isn't a lot, but it's still kind of weird for a Walking Dead video. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do with her character. Don't get me wrong. And I know it is gonna drive up viewers. It's gonna spice up the storyline. It's gonna be fun. But I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? They're doing it for ratings and I guess for fan service, which I can understand. But like, still super interested. Magna goes up in B. See, this doesn't feel right either, because in my head I don't think Magna and her and fucking Madison are on the same level. I'm just going to do a rough draft here and then I can change if I'm not happy. Daniel, I put him in B. He's a solid B for me. B? B? He was a little psycho fucker. I like the unhinged ones. I like the unhinged characters. The ones that are a little bit, you know, they're not playing with a full bag of marbles. They also have the best one-liners. Their storylines can be somewhat predictable, or as unpredictable as the show allows. Because I feel like if you watch a lot of TV, if you study a lot of these things, you can start to see the patterns in characters early on when they're introduced. So I don't think anything is truly unpredictable when it comes to these kind of things. But I like Simon because I don't like him. Obviously, he was a villain. Bad guy. Whatever. But I do like characters that are kind of more along that line. I just feel like they're more interesting to watch from every point of view, from a moral standpoint, from a fan of the show and from a fan of the heroes in the show. It's more interesting to watch the kind of morally grey or bad villain characters. I'm not just interpretively dancing, by the way. There is a fly in here and I don't even know if the camera will pick up on it. Aaron, babes, up you go to A. He was a slow burner on me. Fucking love him. He came into the show, he was a lovely character, whatever. But the more you see of him, the more he grows. I love him. I think he's fantastic. The standalone episode that he got with Father Gabe was absolutely everything. I must go back and rewatch that actually recently. Alden, I mean, I'll put you in B. Maybe even a C character. Maybe. They did him so dirty with his death. They really did. Like, there was no surprise. Everyone knew. As soon as he went into that fucking church and the doors closed, everyone knew. Why? Why do that to him? Up you go, Queen. Up you fucking go. She's been one of my favourite characters from the absolute beginning. And where's my guy? You come up here too. Oh, lads, I think we have a string of fucking S characters coming. I love both of them. Fantastic characters. I love them both for very different reasons. Daryl is probably my favourite. He's probably my favourite character from any TV show. I just think, you know, it's been fun watching his progression. He's an interesting character, but he is the reason I love this show. He's the reason I stuck with this show. He's the reason I got obsessed as quick as I did when I did with the show. So I have a lot of love for Daryl and for Norman for really drawing me into this world and fucking hooking me, you know? Now, I know the Daryl and Carl spin-off, there is so much drama surrounding all that shit lately, and I'm just like, I am just simply not partaking. You know, I'm just going to sit down and just wait for whatever it is that's going to hit us to hit the screens, and then I will judge. There's so much drama going around. Everyone's playing with half the facts here. Anyone that's weighing in on the Daryl and Carl spin-off show, as it was called, you know, no one knows the full story. No one knows the full facts. Everyone's like mad and riled up. It's a fucking mess, let's face it. What's not okay is ever sending hate or death threats to people online, to actors online. It's not cool. It's not fucking cool. And people online can get a little bit dark side sometimes. Yeah, I was going to make a video about that whole situation. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm just not doing that to myself. Because I know if I did, the comments would just be, wow. I think my thoughts on the whole Walking Dead universe is I'm just going to reserve judgment until we actually see it. You know what I mean? For any of the spin-off shows, for anything that's happening. Like, I'm excited for them, obviously. Same with the Maggie and Negan show. It was an odd choice to pair the two of them together. But I'm just going to reserve judgment until we actually see it. Same thing goes with the Daryl and Carol show. Or I guess now it's just the Daryl spin-off show. Tales of the Walking Dead. All that stuff. I'm just going to wait till we see. If we see. If these projects actually reach our screens. Because, you know, hello. Some of us are still waiting on the Rick Grimes movies, just saying. Eugene, I'm going to put him up in A, I guess. Again, grew on me big time from his introduction and has grown into quite a sturdy character. Zeke, up you go. He's here in case you can't see him. He's up in S. Beautiful, beautiful character. Loved his introduction. Love everything about the storyline that he's taken on. I have never kept it a secret. I just fucking love him. He's so easy to love as well when Carrie's like the biggest sweetheart of all time in real life. So it's like big love heart eyes for him. Gabe up in A. See, now I feel kind of bad about having characters like this in A. You know, when you have characters like this in A. Come on down here to B. Jerry, I'm going to put in B. He's adorable, love him. But I feel like a lot of his character story was told off screen. We didn't get to see a lot of it. Loved his introduction with Zeke. Loved the banter that him and Zeke have on screen together. It's fun. It's light. The love is there. That's one thing I love, is I love the love between them. I love seeing love between two characters. Love and respect and like loyalty is just... Oh. So I loved the bond that they have, but like, you know, with his family, we didn't really get to see a lot of that happen on screen. It was just like one day it was like, oh yeah, he's married with kids now. And it's like, Princess, she's gone up to A. I've just kind of loved her since she was introduced. I don't know. I just absolutely stuck to her since she was brought into the show. And I know she's kind of a polarising character. You either love her or you hate her. I love her. Right, where are we at? Judith, the little ass kicker, up into A. I reckon I'll be moving her up into S when she gets older, when we see more of her. She's still a kid, she's still super young. What's interesting about her though is we got to watch her literally from the womb to where she is now, you know, and I think she's one of the very few characters that we've got to see progress that much. And I've said it like about Coral, I always say his name weird. I have said it about him in the past. It was interesting getting to watch him like change and adapt to this world, but her, like, we really got to see from the fucking beginning, straight out the belly, you know. And I think she's holding down the fort really well, given the fact that Rick is gone and now Michonne is gone too. I mean, she's coping and handling things the best that she can. Every bit of family that she ever really knew, with the exception of RJ, is now gone, you know? And it's interesting seeing her step into the kind of big sister / mother role. But yeah, she's still very young. I reckon she'll turn into a serious force to be reckoned with when she gets older, given the fact she is already. This motherfucker is going in C just because his face irritates me. Same goes for her. Actually, no, you're a D character for me, missus. You annoy my very insides. Maggie, I'll put her up in A. Mercer, probably be B. I have a feeling as more as the show goes on, he'd move up to A for me. Because again, he's one of these, like, he's doing what he has to do to, like, move on and to survive and to secure a safe life for him and his sister. And I love that shit. Hair doesn't sit right? Just cut it the fuck off. That's how we got to the pixie cut. Can't remember where I was. Negan is just... Listen, S tier, straight away. Can you even see him? There he is. Everything... I have said it many, many, many times how the season 6 finale, season 7 premiere is one of my favourite moments in Walking Dead history. I loved season 7. I loved the Saviour storyline. I've loved watching Negan progress from what he was introduced as to what he became, then to the Here's Negan episode, and then to the post Here's Negan. So everything that we've seen now. His character has been on more fucking loop-de-loops than goddamn Six Flags. I hope that reference makes sense because I've never been to Six Flags. It just came to my mind. And again, he's polarising. You love him or you hate him. The people that love him, and the people that hate him fucking despise him. And I just think it's always interesting to have a character like that in the mix. Otherwise, if you don't have conflict, if you don't have the villains or the bad guys or the morally grey characters, if you don't have that in the show, your show is flat as fuck. You need conflict. You need, you know, the light and shade of life in a fucking show. And I just think he brings that brilliantly. Pamela, she's alright, I suppose. She's not great. I don't love her, but I don't hate her. So I guess, like... Actually, no, this fucker's going down there. Sorry. And I'll put her up there. Yeah. This guy we barely got to see at all. So I'm just going to put him in C. He could have been a great villain. He had such potential, but like he was in and out in a fucking flash. This guy's face annoys me too, in there. I hate saying that about people because it's so fucking mean. And I'm always like, well, what if they hear this someday? The chances are so slim. But like when I get comments like, oh, you're annoying, or your voice is stupid, or your face annoys me, I'm like, that's fair, but ow. So I'm always so careful about things like that, but I can't help it. Look at him. She's going in C. So is she. I'm neither here or there about either of them, and I can't remember which one is the real one. I'm aware they have different colour glasses, which is probably like, you know, to like set them apart, but I can't fucking remember. I'm putting him and her up in B. We don't have enough info on him yet, I'm aware, but I love a good sibling bond, a good sibling connection in a show. Yumiko, Magna, when they all got introduced into the show, Luke as well, Kelly, Connie, when they all came in, it was like the new wave. You know what I mean? We needed a bit of a change up. We needed different characters with different dimensions to them, and we got that with them, and I really, really did like that. We haven't got to see as much of them as I would have liked. Like, for instance, Luke just straight up evaporated. He just fucking disappeared. Now, I get that's because he was doing Fantastic Beasts. But yeah. I'm looking forward to getting to see more of him, particularly. Don't remember this guy, can't lie. I want to say he's Fear the Walking Dead, but I can't remember. Into D, bud. Bob, Snooky, Mr. Tainted Meat. B. Noah. B, maybe, as well. Yeah. Tyrese is A. A, up you go, buddy boy. Can you even see him there? Tyrese is A. I loved his character. I feel bad. She has to go up there. Oh, I don't want them together because the drama... Daryl, break them up, will you? Go in there. There you go. Herschel, oh, A, for sure. Perhaps maybe even a B, an S. Dyslexic. We'll leave him in A for now. We might move him up. Can't remember this fucker either. D. Ooh, I remember her. C. Oh my god. Fear the Walking Dead, and all I remembered was he was in It's a Boy Girl thing. C. Governor, A. For sure. See, the thing about it is I'm shit with names, and I can place faces, no problem, but names I'm terrible with. Especially, you're dealing with a universe that is so big, there's so many characters, and I remember for The Walking Dead, I think it was The Walking Dead character one I did, people were like, oh my god, like, you call yourself a fan, you don't even remember some of the names, and I'm like, well, one, you can do better, make yourself a channel. Off you go. And two, yeah, I could Google shit easily. I could look up stuff easily and be like, oh, I'm the know-all of everything. But I'm honest, if I don't remember someone, I'm like, I don't remember him. Go suck a fuck. This is trickier because now you're dealing with 3 different shows in the one universe. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with 11 seasons of The Walking Dead, 7 seasons of Fear, and 2 seasons of World Beyond. That's a lot of content and characters. Henry, I'll put you in B. Rick, D. I'm just joking. Dear God, put down the pitchforks. He is S'er than S. He is God level. If there was a level above S, he would be there. I'll miss him. I miss him so incredibly much. Usually you think of like big franchises. Think of any big book, movie or show that you love outside of The Walking Dead. Think of the main character. Very rarely are they your favourite, right? Like when you talk about things like Harry Potter. When do you ever hear someone say that Harry is their favourite character? Never. That was maybe a bad choice because I know Harry Potter ain't all that loved these days. You get what I'm saying. But I loved Rick, and I think a lot of people did too. He was one of the rare exceptions. The brave man. Tara, I'll put in B. Dr. Banner. Oh my god, is it Banner or Jenner? I always get them mixed up. No, Banner is the Hulk. Jenner is the Kardashians. I had a system in my head for remembering what his name was. I've told you I'm bad with names, so I apologise for nothing. But I will put him up in A tier because of the big drama with the season 1 of The Walking Dead. And then we had him pop up recently as well in the after credit scene of World Beyond. So dramatic. So fantastic to see him back after all these years. Loved it. Iconic little bastard. He just comes in, does his thing and dips, and then comes back like 12 years later to make a cameo in a spin-off show and then dips again. Loved that for him. This lady, Mary Poppins, wasn't it? That's what I used to call her. I'll put her in B. I think she used to annoy me, but like, I'll put her in B. I'm in a good mood today. B. C. Jackie. B. Dwighty boy. A. I'm torn between S and A for Dwight. His time on The Walking Dead, you know, he's introduced, you hate him. I fucking wanted him dead. I would have beheaded him myself. Holy Christ. You know, with him shooting Daryl and then the drama. And then when Daryl was locked up in dog food central and he was being fed the dog food sandwiches, Dwight was like, dude, just do what you gotta do. Please, man. I am trying to throw you a bone here, no pun intended. So I think it was interesting to watch his time on the show. And again, he's one of those, like, he was doing what he had to do because he had to do it because of Sherry or Honey, whatever name she's going by. And then to see him on Fear the Walking Dead, his storyline just got blown wide open, you know what I mean? He really got the time and the space to shine. So I'll put him in A. Also, he's a lovely man in real life. I met him and he complimented my eyeshadow. And that has stuck with me all these years. Glenn, up you go, babe. Always S tier for me. Hang on. I'm going to work through some of the other characters. Can I? No, these are all quite big characters. Okay, no, hang on. Okay. D. This fucker. Didn't he have a weird moment with Madison where we all thought that they were going to kiss even though it was like a father-son, mother-son. It was a weird relationship. So weird, my brain short-circuiting. I'll put you in B just because I remember the tension and the drama that he caused was something else. Andrea, I feel bad putting her in C. I'll put her in B just for like icon status. I love that I say that as Laurie is literally chilling right here. I just simply do not care. C. Who the fuck is that? Who's this? Oh, that's fucking, what's his name from World Beyond? I cannot put a name to that dude, but I remember him. Sorry, love, you're a C level for me. I'll put Morgan here in A. I know, personally, I know a lot of people absolutely love Morgan's character. I do too, man. I don't know. I do too. Maybe I liked him on The Walking Dead, but I kind of like love him in Fear. Okay, S. Up you go, man. This lady, just go there. This motherfucker. Oh my god. I thought he was super chill, super cool, liked him a lot, and then little fucking fuck swapped down over the Strand side. Now, yeah, he was doing what he had to do to secure his fucking place in the tower, but my guy. How cockroachy of you. I'll put you in B. Charlie, B as well. I feel like Charlie's character, you know, her introduction to the show with killing Nick was so controversial and there's so many people who still don't forgive her for that. She's had an interesting character arc and kind of like, you know, it's always interesting watching the younger characters on these shows, how they respond to adapt to the world around them. I've liked her character story an awful lot up until recently on Fear. Now she's like suddenly has radiation poisoning. What the fuck does that mean for a character? They're just going to write her off? She just had like her first proper date and then, you know, he promptly died in the same fucking episode in Fear fashion. They introduced new characters, you know, the timer's already ticking. As soon as a new character walks on screen, you know, their time is ticking. So that sucked for her. But I really like her and I hope they don't fucking fuck her character up royally. I hope at least if they're going to write her out of the show, give her a meaningful death, give her a good exit. Don't pull a goddamn what's-his-face. Don't pull a him on this. Another B character. Oh, you can't even see because my head's in the way. Another B character. Go down there. His face kind of enrages me too. Let's get real. I'll put him up in C simply for the rage he caused. Teddy, I'm putting in B. Dude, can you even see him? Teddy's character did not get enough time. Holy fuck. Incredible. Especially like with how they tied it in with the current story on Fear. I really liked his character. He was just so uneasy and bonkers. Loved him. Really wish we'd seen more. I would watch a whole spin-off surrounded by Teddy and like his happenings and the shit and the shenanigans he got up to. Sherry, B I suppose. I'm not particularly overly fond of her character. I feel like she never quite knows what she's doing with Dwight. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen episode 13 of Fear. Just spoiler alert, I guess. Now that she's pregnant, I'm guessing her storyline with Dwight is going to be more secure. It's going to like stabilise their story a bit. But for a long time, she was so hit and miss with Dwight. She was so like, I want to leave. No. I want to leave. No. I'm going to stay. I'm gone. That kind of annoys me. You know, doing the hokey pokey with the relationship. You know, you're 1 foot in, then you're 1 foot out. Make up your mind. But now she's pregnant, I'm guessing it's going to stabilise the story a bit more. Sasha is A for me. I explained that in my Walking Dead character tier. Actually, I wonder how are my Walking Dead characters going to differ in this tier to my actual Walking Dead character tier list. I'm not going to go back and check. I'm too lazy. I'm going to put him in B. John Dory's dad, even though like his death was just so fucking weird. So weird. I really thought that they were going to like swoop him in and put him into the storyline to try and you know, get us used to another Dory. Get us, you know, give us somewhat of a, you know, John Dory gunslinger kind of character. And then they just killed him. And then none of the group reacted. Nobody gave a fuck. He died, and then everyone was like, anyway. Put you in there. Alpha is A tier. Actually, no. No, she is not. Alpha is B tier for me. Is she? Oh God, is she? I just caught sight of her next to her and I'm like, they are not on the same fucking level. Alpha's A tier. Beta's also A tier. Where's Connie at? I caught sight of my girl down here. Where'd she go? Connie! There you are. Connie is also A tier. This motherfucker. I guess I'll put him up in A. Travis. He was interesting. I remember his death getting people really riled up. I wasn't all that like attached to his character, but I remember his death seriously causing waves. Oh fuck, but if he's there then I guess she should be there too, right? Alright, up you come then. I knew I was going to have to move her eventually. Rosita is A tier. Luke is B. I would love Luke, and I've said this so many times before. I would love him as a character. We haven't seen enough of him. Scheduling conflicts, I know. I hope we see more. Oh, I love you, you beautiful man. Up you go too. Oh my God. One of the saddest. That was so sad. His end was so fucking sad. Up beside her king. King and queen of the Walking Dead universe, side by side. Love them. B. This is gonna ruffle some feathers. I can feel it. C. Tailface. Dale, you gotta go up there, hon. You gotta go up to B. Maybe even A. Should you be in A? Yeah, I feel like you're better than a lot of these characters. Up you go to A. My bias is really jumping out and putting all the Walking Dead characters up on top. Oh, Percy! My little emo Edward Cullen. Up to B. Yeah, I really liked Percy's character. Again, such a quick and sudden weird end to a character that was quite good. Judith is probably A for me these days. Again, wicked story on The Walking Dead, and then we had her in World Beyond as well. Really like her, and I like that she goes by Jada Stokes these days. She took Gabe's last name. I'm like, so romantic. Another wedding we didn't get to see. Yeah, Shane's probably A tier. He wasn't one of my favourite characters, but I can see that he's A tier. T-Dog, probably B. Coral, I would say A. S. 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 C. C. B. 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 Put the two levers together. I quite liked their relationship. I thought it was adorable. Fucking Chris. Was that his name? It's been so long. It's been so fucking long. Up to B. Just cause. It's getting harder and harder to move them when the list is so fucking big. Abe is S tier for me. Absolutely adored him. Really, really did. And I miss him an awful lot. And I said it once and I say it again. People that keep bringing up how sad Glenn's death was and that the Negan lineup either made them stop watching or made them sick because of Glenn. I'm like, Abe was there too. We're nearing the end. Oh, there she is. I couldn't find her earlier. Actually, no, yeah, that's a good place for her, I guess. Is it? We'll put her in B? No. Well, will we? Who's in C? Yeah, okay, I'll put her in B. I don't mind putting her above these characters. It doesn't really bother me all that much. Well, I'll put her like down the bottom of B. Like, she was an interesting character to watch. Her and her sister. Where's she at? There she is. The two of them together were they were good to watch. I mean, they were a bit cringe and a bit irritating at times, yeah, but like they're teenagers in a post-apocalyptic show. I guess it's kind of odd though, because I never really found Coral all that cringe. I more found him annoying. Remember when Coral went through like his angsty phase? My God, that child really irritated me. But then like he grew out of it and he was fine. I feel like we just caught both of them in the middle of their cringe phase. A lot of the dialogue was super fucking odd in that show. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was the dialogue. And Wendell, we'll put Wendell. Where's his sister? Is that where I put his sister? Where is she? Oh, there's so many faces now. There she is. Yeah, we'll put them together. So many faces are all starting to blend together. Is this fair? Is this a fair list? I don't know. You're all going to tell me I'm wrong. I understand that. And I don't give a fuck. So yeah, this is my list as of now. all 3 shows. It's interesting they didn't put like Dead in the Water in there. I guess they couldn't really because it was only the equivalent of 1 episode of content. But this is where I stand as of now. Actually. Is this where I stand? Is it? Hang on. No, you're coming down here. No, you're not. You're going back up there. Fuck. I'm going to stop questioning myself because this could go on for another hour. And that's it from my Walking Dead universe character list ranking. So many faces. My eyes are sore. As always, let me know where you would have ranked them, what you would have changed down in the comments below. I don't know. I just feel like the Walking Dead characters, in my opinion, will always be like superior. I know that there's like a lot of super strong characters in Fear too. And World Beyond, I'm like, well, it's World Beyond. Okay. But like, yeah, you've had 11 seasons with characters with The Walking Dead, and then with Fear you've had 7. So I'm always going to lean more towards The Walking Dead and its characters over other shows. That being said, Fear does have some super solid ones. So let me know what you think down below. As I said at the start of the video, if you guys want to see more content, movie reactions, live streams, that kind of stuff, the link to my Patreon is in the drop box. The link to my Patreon is in the description box down below, along with the link to my Twitter and my Instagram. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.